Actually, don't get your hope up about anything because this is Kuso6rande, the bad video game tournament. We have 4 matches today. Canada, Donkey Kong. Oh, indeed, I love me a good Canada. Thank you so much for the sub. You know what? Maybe we will have the apocalypses. Rain down upon y'all. Because our GM for today is... Ooh, good intro music. Zavane! Now, the rain of Zavane brings on the pain. The moon might wane, but so does your brain, for Zavane is here. Hello, Zavane.
Hey, bro.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm all good, ready to do some Kuso.
Oh, good. You know, it's been a hot little minute.
Yeah,
I'm so glad that you're here. Oh my gosh, yeah. Honestly, having you is always a blast. So, you've got an interesting game here. I've never actually seen this game before.
Well, I think you'll know more about it than you initially expect, because this game is the Jetsons by George in trouble again.
By George.
Is that like a saying? By George?
Yeah, essentially. I think it stems back to Saint George, the one who fought the dragon in old sort of legends of yore. By George! He's done it!
Oh, yeah, of
it's a
course.
good replacement for all the holy swears, you know?
Well, more you know.
By George Clooney.
And the reason I say that you probably know more about this game than you expect is that, do you remember the Flintstones game I brought you a while ago?
Which one was that?
The one which ended up with the developer going to prison for
the
fraud?
illegal one. Yes. Oh, this is illegal Jetsons now?
Illegal Jetsons.
Oh my gosh,
yes,
you're just bringing out all of the crimes. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I did not expect to bring this one out today, but we had some vetoes, so here we are.
Well, sweet.
I did not expect to bring this pain on you all. Although I will say, if you remember, the Flintstones game was very flickery. Thanks to Corndan, we actually were spared that to some degree.
Ah, yeah.
Corndan with the knowledge of DOS games and whatnot. Apparently, there's like a turbo mode that's like on by default, I think, in the RetroArch build that we disabled. So now it's illegal games with like 70% less flickering.
Yes, so. Illegal, but doable. Well, good.
Exactly.
I like to hear that. Good. Oh, yeah, everybody, don't worry. If you weren't here the first time that we had Flintstones, we will talk about the hot dog scandal. Because that's a very important piece of lore for this company, okay?
It is.
As well as the pyramid scheme, as well as the fact that the guy is possibly getting released next year?
Oh, is that so? Yeah,
I think he's scheduled for that, yeah. Hot dog scandal, yes, everybody, hot dog scandal. Kuso6rande, of course, has to be linked to a hot dog scandal. You know, it's just, that's the only thing that can be done. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I am so happy. It's a beautiful Sunday. Yeah, how have you been? What have you been up to? Any cool new games that you've been playing?
Oh, cool new games. I've been playing, actually, like a lot of people these days, it seems like I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV MMO.
Heck yeah. I
started playing it just recently.
My sister started playing it, Ascension did, and I got to go run around with her, and I just said, you know, go ahead and do your quests. I'll come along, I'll play support, I'll kill stuff for you, you know, and so I was just kind of chillax being able to do that. I've never played an MMO with family before. So
that sounds nice. It's and I feel like it's a good MMO to do that with. Like, there's a lot of stuff to do. I feel like in the game.
Yeah, I need to do that some more. Just need to find her online. Well, with her having children to take care of, I know time is a little bit of a precious issue there, but it was fun. I really enjoyed just doing some very basic stuff. Okay, Final Fantasy XIV, good. Any other games that you've jumped into?
Any other games? Oh, I did actually play. It's a roguelike called Vagante. I'm unsure how to say that name even, but it's a cool little roguelike that you can play like multiplayer, 4 players online.
How do you spell that?
Vagante. Vagante.
Vagante. I actually haven't heard of this, but now I think I have a roguelite. Yeah, that I might have to pick up then, because I love them.
It's not super well known as far as I know, although I'm not like a roguelite super fan, but it's nice. I like it a lot. Got some cool like RPG influences as well, and just like the fact that you can play it with friends is really the big thing for me.
That's an awesome touch. Yeah. With it doesn't happen too often with roguelites out there, so that's a nice feature. Yeah. Good. For me, the games that I have been touching recently, new to me and new to most people, first, Death's Door. I still need to play more of that. It's the game where you're a crow, and there we go. There's a piece of media featuring a crow that's awesome, or a bird, and he's not shiny either. That's even better.
I've only seen like Twitter clips, but it looks great. It looks amazing.
It's great so far. Although what happens invariably when I play a game like that is that I'll play for a little while, and then especially late at night, because my ADHD meds have worn out, I start getting like distracted and bored, and then I just try to find out of bounds stuff for like half an hour. And I didn't find anything yet on that one, but I had fun. I thought I might be able to get a sequence break in the beginning area, and I still believe it might be possible, but I don't know. I'm not really in a rush to discover that. I should probably just play the game.
It's an indie game, right? Or have I?
Yeah, it's an indie game. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah, Justin looked over and saw me playing. He's like, "Why can't you play games like normal people?" I'm like, "Shut up! I'm having fun."
You do you.
Yeah, I don't currently hear any audio, but I presume there is no audio on this screen.
No, there's no audio here, and like the Flintstones game, there's very limited audio. So we'll see. Maybe we'll have to put on a playlist, but we'll see.
Yeah. Bye, George. It's the Jetsons. Tempestral, thank you for the resubscription. It's been 2 whole years.
It's a long time.
The best sounds.
Let's see who's doing audio. It's White Panther.
Those farts.
We've got the same good old sound effects as last time.
Oh, yeah, developed by Softy. Oh, Softy.
Lupine one writes, "Oh no, this is just the Flintstones game all over again." And yeah, that's the gist of it. So, but we'll have, as I said, we'll have less flickering in a way, so that'll be nice.
Okay, I'm wishing them the best of luck, everybody. You need to bring out all of your futuristic emotes, robots, ray guns, planets, future things. Yeah, I'm doing the countdown in Discord right now, everybody. Best of luck. Spam those emotes. Do it. Do it. As soon as I see movement in the first stage, I will start our timer. Yeah, Zacula. That's a good one. That's a good name, too. Yeah, Count Zacula. Okay, here we go.
Speaking of Zacula, I noticed you writing in the chat that she'll riot if we don't get to see Rosie in the game, and hopefully, I'll say hopefully, we'll get to see her real soon. Actually.
Ooh. Okay, I see. I think that's a gear, but it could have been a donut. See scissors, Icy, Tea Party Cthulhu just crawling beneath the pliers. Oh, they're gonna get your butt. They're going for your butt, Tea Party. Watch out.
Yeah, that's
they like your butt. They like your butt. I don't know.
It seems like Tea Party did well. The flickering doesn't look that bad. It looks a lot better than the Flintstones game, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say that. Not elected dying. Flynn falling into the pit. My plant is lost. It's called a planet, George. You lost your planet.
Yeah, it's extremely easy to like just fall down pits in this game, and the jumps are so like slow to get off the ground. Yeah, exactly. There we go. White Panther's got it going. You have to kill like the first enemy, the wrench down there, the wrench with legs. If you jump on that, Rosie appears.
I don't.
And actually hands you a very nifty item they'll have a great use for.
Tea Party Cthulhu just died and got told robots are powerful.
Isn't that the truth?
Oh, it's so true. Watch out for those.
Watch out for those. Oh, anyways, the item that Rosie hands over is like it's just like a remote with a button on it. And what it does is give you the ability to basically just delete enemies, like 3 or 4. It has a number of charges. So very useful item, and those who get it like early in the game will probably have some advantage from that. And I hope they all manage to figure that out as quick as possible.
Oh, hopefully, yeah. By the way, I'm looking this game up. Usually Moby Games has a reasonable description for the game, but this one's a little bit special. Old and fun game from 90s. You need to survive a electronics rebellion. You can play with George and ask for Rosie help. Very simple commands and goals. Yeah.
Wow.
Ask for Rosie help. You gotta ask for Rosie help, everybody.
Yes, please ask for Rosie help.
Or don't. That's fine too.
Or don't.
So, yeah, what do you think the most important thing for them to do is in the beginning of this game?
That's a good question. The platforming here is of course very rough, with the controls being very sluggish, the jumps being very slow. I think my usual tips for the players that I give them in my mind, because I don't give them actual tips before we start, but my usual tips are generally to like go slow, take it easy, try to figure out what's going on. And sure, start off like that in this game, but you'll quickly find that a lot of the enemies just zoom straight for you. So in a lot of places, you kind of just want to run. You want to make fast progress if you can. And there are like some safe zones where the enemies won't follow. So like trying to figure out where those are and how to get there is generally like, I think that's what they should be doing at the start, anyways.
Okay.
And hopefully also figure out like that you can take the remote from Rosie, seeing as Flynn right now managed to spawn Rosie, but did not take the remote from her.
Yeah, now jog my memory. What do you have to do to spawn Rosie? You have to kill an enemy. How do you kill them, though?
you jump on top of them,
okay.
For this one, like the hitboxes are fairly stiff, like especially with you having to plan your jumps ages in advance because they're so slow.
Gotcha.
But for the first enemy here, and it's the wrench with legs on the first screen there. Flynn's on it right now. You can actually jump on like the flower pot and then just press down to drop down on the wrench.
Well, that is easy enough, but you have to figure out that you can do that.
Yeah, you have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Not Electa managed to spawn Rosie, but keeps on running. And I didn't explicitly say that you can get an item from her, but the instructions to the game, like where there's like in the start you can check the controllers for the game. It specifically mentions Rosie and grabbing a remote from Rosie, how to grab it and how to use it. So
yeah. Okay.
I do hope that they'll make that connection soon enough.
Hopefully. Yeah. Of course, jumping into a game can be really rough figuring out what to do. This game has a pretty decent story, though. Mr. Spacely, George Elroy, Astro Rose... Oh, wait, no, those are their names. Okay, that wasn't the story, okay? Mr.
Nope.
Spacely, George's boss, was frantic. Renegade robots have taken over one of my sprocket plans. I need someone stupid, brave enough to risk going in to regain control. So, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know how much Jetsons you watched, but yeah, he usually has a rough time at work. That's the gist of it in my eyes, like as much of it as I watched.
George Jetson, I mean, basically it's the Flintstones 2. That's what the Jetsons is.
Yeah, it is. It's the Flintstones in space. And
just like I Dream of Jeannie and Bewitched were the same show. I don't know why they did this so many times, that they had like the exact same producers, the exact same shows, just with slightly teeny tiny different premises.
Well, you know, probably I would guess the reason would be money. Like it sold very well.
I forgot
like
about
the
money.
Flintstone.
Yeah,
easily done. But you know, there's the Flintstones, there's the Jetsons, there's the Flintstone kids. I don't know if there's Jetsons kids. That would be weird, but who knows? I wouldn't be surprised. Is the point? They were milking that stuff for all of its worth. They knew what people liked. This skaters. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, for those who don't know, while High Tech Expressions, the maker of Barbie, as well as several Simpsons games and, you know, the quality NES games, they published this, but they actually didn't develop it. It was developed instead by Softy. Specifically, this company had a few problems. And by a few problems, I mean the CEO of this company actually went to prison over schemes related. Specifically, this was part of a pyramid scheme. I don't know exactly how the Jetsons was part of a pyramid scheme, but it was. And that's very,
I can't quite remember
important.
either.
Yeah.
what the specifics were, but yeah, I think there were multiple cases as well, like not just the one.
I believe essentially he got investors to give money and then lied about how many sales they were getting on their various games. And yeah, like looking at this, I imagine this wasn't one of the best sellers. Yeah, he ended up because of the lies and the fraud, he definitely went to prison over these games.
Selaxon in chat says the hot dog scam. That was certainly a thing.
Yeah. Well, after he was released from prison for his first pyramid scheme, yeah, he went about and actually created a hot dog scam and got millions out of people. Millions. Like, here's the deal. If you're going to give millions of dollars to somebody, maybe do a little bit of research into who they are and be like, oh, they went to prison for fraud before? Well, I guess I should give him my money. No, don't do that.
Yeah, that's the gist of it. I think that's pretty sound advice. To no surprise, White Panther has made it the furthest to the second stage, as far I've seen. And I would mostly accredit that to them, I think, being the only player thus far who has actually picked up the remote from Rosie early in the game.
Yeah, I'm glad that like some of the people who worked on this game specifically, you know, they weren't related to all of the fraud that was happening from management. They still are around. Bruce Sandig, for example, I don't believe he's working too much on games at this point, but he's still around, okay? He's not in prison, so that's good.
Not really a high bar to clear, but yeah, that's good. Flynn also made it just now to the second level, but quickly game overed after the fact. But yeah, I suspect we'll have a lot of game overs here at the start as the players figure out what's going on. And they mostly like get used to these very stiff controllers they're having to deal with.
You know, it still is. I know that I found information about this company before. Softy. It's a little bit hard. There's just not a really good, solid location to find out all the information about this company. They're just loose articles here and there, and you have to go and sort of just uncover the mystery of what happened with them.
Yeah. I am always impressed how many like facts you managed to dig out of games that we have on here.
Yeah,
and I'm very happy that you discovered this one gold mine of hot dog scams and fraud.
I think it was Chat that mentioned it at one point. Yeah. But what was his name? Who was the founder? Who was the president who went to jail over this? That is my question. If anybody can find his name, then heck yeah. Then, okay, Arnold Zahler. There we go.
Arnold Zahler.
Thank you, everybody. See, we find out this information because of random people in chat. Thank you, random people. Yeah. So in 2009, this guy who was the president of the company after being in prison, that's when he was sentenced to 15 years in prison in a decision cheered by those who were fooled by the smooth-talking hot dog salesman. Arnold Zahler, 60, lured victims mostly from his own Jewish community, promising he would pay them back for their investments in his business. And that kind of is a very not okay thing to do, taking advantage of your community and your religion and your heritage in order to scam people, but it happens a lot. He took nearly $2.5 million from people who trusted him and ended up stealing their retirement savings. One woman was forced to sell her home to make up for the shortfall. All of this over freaking hot dogs.
Yeah, hot dogs and Hanna-Barbera video games.
Honestly, George kind of looks like... no, he doesn't look like a hot dog. Too pale. Oh my gosh, Flynn grabbed the vine.
Yeah, Flynn has made it really far. He's very much in the lead right now.
Yeah, the transport tubes to Jupiter Mall.
And that's the one thing that's... Well, another thing that's different from the Flintstones game, those vines that you can swing from, like cables or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to tell them how to grab onto that one, because when I was playing this blind and trying to figure that out, it took me ages. You have to press and hold enter to grab on, and it's a fairly finicky hitbox, and I'm impressed that Flynn managed it on the first attempt, really. I expected him to die a couple of times there, but very nice.
Yeah, very nice. So the big question is, how do you steal millions of dollars in relation to hot dogs? And this is how. He would show potential investors purchase orders from various stadiums for all of the hot dogs that they could handle, you know? And he's like, look, see, I've got all these contracts, see? They want to buy a lot of hot dogs. And then investors were like, wow, he's selling a lot. But it turns out those purchase orders were fake. He wasn't selling hot dogs. Yeah. So hot dog crimes will land you in prison. Mm-hmm. Very, very important to dodge those. With that said, it looks like it's also important to dodge pretty much everything in here. As far as I can tell, it's a one-hit kill most of the time.
Yeah, pretty much everything is a one-hit kill.
Is the bar at the bottom the gauge for how much progress through the level you have?
I think, I'm not entirely certain, I'll be honest, but I think it is, yes.
I think White Panther might have been clipping into the wall a little bit. Like, this game doesn't seem particularly well programmed.
To all of our surprises, right?
No, none.
Let's see, White Panther has got into the rope here. Let's see if he can catch onto it on his first attempt. Nope!
Not
Goodbye.
That time! You did give instructions for how to grab the rope, though.
Yes, I decided to do it because if I did not, I think most of the players would be stuck there for probably the rest of the match. So I have included instructions for grabbing onto the rope there.
Justin's making fun of me because I took my glasses off to clean them.
How am I making fun of you?
You were squinting and leaning up next to me. That's how you were making fun of me, Justin.
Giving you a kissing face.
Oh, he was trying to kiss me. Never mind.
Easily mistaken.
I didn't have my glasses on. I couldn't tell. Sorry, Justin.
Fair enough.
He just slammed the door. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna see these two stages for a long time. How many stages are there in this game?
Oh, you know what? I don't know. I've made it maybe 4 or 5. There's more than that at least. So I very much doubt that we'll be seeing a completion today. Although it is possible. I think there are a long play, I think, of this online. And I think it's no longer than maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15. I can actually look that up. I'm actually curious. But yeah, it's not a very long game, but I think it's longer than the Flintstones game.
Okay. Bam! At least hitboxes sometimes seem forgiving when you're jumping. Like, that's the one somewhat kind thing in this game so far. You jump, You're a little bit safer.
Yeah, very much so. Jumping gives you a much smaller hitbox, I suppose. You're very much safer while jumping than just walking around or crawling. Or well, rather, crawling also usually works. They usually don't. The enemies usually don't like chase you all the way down to the ground, but they instead often swarm you, as they're about to do on Flint's screen right here. So you gotta be quick. Can't stay for too long.
By the way, yeah, currently the president of the company that made this is due to be released from prison this December 8th. And be able to enjoy Christmas outside of prison.
Oh, well.
Yeah, so that'll be nice.
Yeah, certainly.
Honestly,
nice for him.
Yeah,
good for him.
While it's not really a good thing to steal like millions of dollars, still being that old, getting released out of prison, I think that it's a fairly decent thing to let people, you know, have some joy in the last years of their life. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, he's been in prison for some time already, so
yeah. But yeah, chat was saying that that's not quite 15 years, and you're right. Apparently, he's had some good behavior. And if you hear of a hot dog company starting up this December, reconsider your potential investments.
Keep your eyes open for Hanna-Barbera games as well.
I'm not sure Hanna-Barbera, like, you know, while you were making games, that might have been okay, but the hot dogs, too much for us. That is too far. I mean, heck, the Jetsons were essentially a scam as well. Like, it was copy-pasting a different cartoon, so yeah.
Tea Party Cthulhu goes ahead and switch over to Elroy, seeing if they'll bring some more luck. I expect not, but who knows? And not Electa making it to the second level for, I think, the first time. I could be wrong.
So, you know, I'm thinking this game was released in 1990, and honestly, platformers were generally not good on DOS at that time. Like, there just weren't good DOS platformers.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe Commander Keen came out before this, but honestly, for people playing on the DOS, if you want to play a super cheap game like in one of the 50 for one floppy disks, or, you know, downloading from your local library, because we did that as a kid, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Chad is noting that Duke Nukem was a DOS platformer.
I suppose it was.
Yeah, but that came out a year after this.
What the difference a year makes.
Oh my gosh. And also, it sort of had jerky gameplay. Yeah, it was a lot better, but it wasn't nearly as smooth as platformers we get. Mega Man DOS came out this year as well? Okay. So Commander Keen 1 may have been the thing that sets the standard for platforming on the DOS for the early 90s. But considering that, you know, you can't exactly change your whole game as soon as somebody releases their game, you know, what are you gonna do? Go and scrap this entire video game and make a new one and potentially have to ask more investors to give you more money? Oh, wait, maybe that would have been a good idea. Come on, Arnold, you gotta listen to me when it comes to scams. I can help you out here. Actually, no, I'm not gonna help you out, because then I would also possibly do hot dog crimes.
Flynn makes progress again, passes the rope, and also manages to get onto the moving platform. Very nice. And he didn't even. I haven't explained that yet, but you can actually stop the moving platform from moving by using the remote that you get from Rosie. But he managed to time it really well and just jump on it. Very, very hard.
Yeah.
Well done.
I love that when the robot kills you, it just says, robots are powerful. And it's like, yeah, he just tore my head off. What do you think?
Robots are powerful. Dinosaurs are powerful, you know? A lot of wisdom.
Yeah,
In these games.
I agree that both of those are probably very powerful. I imagine there are some weak dinosaurs, like the little scrawny ones that are about, like, maybe half a foot tall. You just step on them and they die. Weak dinosaurs, but other dinosaurs are strong, yeah.
Yeah. Only the strongest dinosaurs for our DOS games.
No. Justin just said his name is Littlefoot, and now I'm sad. I'm not going to step on Littlefoot. I promise you.
Yeah, please don't.
Whee!
Let's see. White Panther's back to the rope here. Let's see if he has more luck this time.
Swinging on a rope. Nope.
Nope.
What was that jump?
Unfortunate.
Oh my gosh. Oh my, I did have a little bit of a bad dream about Kuso last night, though. It was that the audio quality wasn't good enough. I know, what a thing to worry about.
Yeah, that's a very specific thing to worry about.
Yeah, well, it was more like, I spent all this time making my mic sound good, but then it doesn't sound good. Dun-dun-dun. And I was very emotionally distraught.
I mean, that's fair. It could ruin your day, like having your equipment malfunction as you're about to start.
It's some weird thing for me. While I can be not picky with a lot of things on streams, I am insatiably picky when it comes to audio. And balancing things and making sure people can be heard and trying to get rid of like background noise and stuff. And so I can totally see that being a bad dream that I would have. And,
Yeah.
And then what also made me mad was that chat didn't tell me. Chat just was like,
you realized
it's okay. And I'm like, no, it's not
afterwards.
okay. It sucks. It sucks so bad. It sounds like nobody would want to watch because of how much the audio sucks. And yeah, that was my dream.
Oh, White Panther made some progress there.
Yeah.
I don't think they passed Flynn, but managing to jump on the platform as well. So it's pretty tight.
Watch out for those.
Yeah, well, I know what you mean. Like, I got this microphone like specifically for Kuso because I had just like an old headset before this that sounded a lot worse. Like, this isn't premium quality, but it's better than I had.
Oh yeah, like it's. I would say that it's decent enough, and especially if you're not doing like full-time streaming. Yeah, that's definitely good enough.
That's the benchmark.
One day
Decent
when we
enough.
become the Kuso Mega Core, then maybe I can distribute microphones of exceeding quality. That sounds like an item in a D&D campaign, though. Microphone of exceeding quality. It's like, you're never going to use this, but it's good enough for any purpose. Oh.
The Kuso Megacore.
The Kuso Megacore. What's nice, though, is that there are actually a lot of settings that you can do that are really easy to set up, especially in Discord, and that make the audio sound a whole lot better. And I think I should just write a simple guide to help people do that.
I would very much appreciate something like that. I know like a lot of computer stuff, but audio, no, not a lot. I could definitely use some help.
Yeah, there are tons of small settings that you can play with, but Honestly, like 2 or 3 big settings, if you set them up, then it sounds so much better. So much better.
That's interesting.
And so I wouldn't worry too much about the small tweaks. Worry about the big ones.
The big ones, yeah.
Yeah.
To answer a question in chat, did Flynn get past the moving platform? Yes, Flynn has made it past once, as many times as White Panther. I think they both gotten past it once each. I think they're very close as to who's actually in the lead.
Oh, there we go. White
right
Panther got it.
Oh.
Another chat question. By the way, is there a reason that jumping on a wrench thing summons Rosie? Yes, because they programmed it that way. White Panther just got killed by the elevator.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
The platform can very easily kill you, and will do so.
We have
if you don't time it correctly.
We have a question for you, Zavane. Hey, do you want to go to prom with me?
Absolutely, Bastions. Absolutely.
Aw. Well, that's cool. Kuso, making love, making war, but most importantly, making crimes in the form of the Jetsons. We're half an hour through this match, and right now, White Panther and Flynn Church appear to have made the most progress, though Not Electa and Tea Party Cthulhu are having a decent push at this point.
Yeah. Tea Party Cthulhu has made it quite a number of times to the second stage, so we'll see. And we've got Not Electa there as well right now, so
yeah,
it's actually very close right now. And right now, it's just like trying to conserve your lives heading into the second stage. I think it's the name of the game right now.
But wait, this is a Jetsons game. They can't just die. So what would the life counter be in this?
It's days, I think. Like the days counter in the bottom left. Like that's how many days you've got to save the plant.
My gosh, this audio is loud. Robots are powerful. Yeah, I could hear the power. Freaking V8 robot here.
All right, we've got Not Electa at the rope right now. Let's see. Oh, very nice. Manages to.
They just got bodied. Oh, I love it.
Oh, am I after? Let's see.
So yeah, Not Electa. No death by platform.
Unfortunate, but still a life left, I think. Yes, no? Question mark? Yeah, one more life. One more attempt. Before having to head back.
I think this robot is a Walmart worker, based off of the vest, and also the terrible attitude.
Terrible? Oh, I thought you were talking about Rosie for a second there.
No, she's a maid. Oh, Tea Party Cthulhu crawled into the pipe.
Yeah. No, that's not the way out, unfortunately. Oh, by the way.
Yeah?
This match, how many points are we here?
Oh, no. How many people are going to be eliminated because of this game? Well,
exactly.
Not Electa has 12 points, which means that if they do not take second place or higher, they will be eliminated. That appears to be the case for the players today. Half of them live. Half of them have to keep playing in Kuso6rande.
Yeah, that's how it's looking, and it's very close right now, so it'll be very interesting to see how it ends up. The White Panther is about to make some progress here, I think, if they manage to. Yeah, I think this. If they get past this little hump here, I think they might be in the lead right now.
Oh yeah.
So it's White Panther and Flynn having made it past the. Oh no! White Panther being body checked by a wrench with legs.
Okay.
But I think that's the lead. I think that's the farthest anyone's come thus far.
Okay, I need to find out if George Jetson actually commits any crimes, because I think it's very important. Okay, George Jetson. There is an episode called Crime Games. It was the first episode of season 3 of the Jetsons. There's no trivia and no information about it. Oh no, George Jetson is cleaning the internet of all of the evidence.
What?
Apparently, yeah. Apparently, George Jetson was also born in 2022. That's next year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we're about to have a very like a huge technical boom, scientific boom.
Okay, I
if
think
we're about to keep up with the Jetson lore.
Okay, I found somebody's thesis about the Jetsons. So let me look. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that they talked about crime. It can be readily understood that the Jetsons took a fairly typical approach to its portrayal of Jane, Judy. Oh my gosh, this is wordy writing. Jane and George's teenage daughter, or the other female characters. Women in the series are secretaries, wives, daughters, or in Rosie's cases, servants. Satellites of other male characters. Uh-oh. This is even true in the theme song itself, wherein Jane and Judy are referred to as wife and daughter. Oh, the patriarchy. It's true, though, in a lot of media back in the day, men were the central figure and everybody else just sort of played ancillary roles. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. While Elroy is referred to what he is rather than as a son, he's referred to as a boy. Okay, additionally, Jane is often the subject of comedy, such as when many jokes are made at her expense while she is learning to drive. She is usually portrayed as being less in touch with the world than George, since she's a stay-at-home mother throughout the series. However, she's noticeably cleverer. Interesting word choice. Okay, then George, tricking him into giving her money to shop during the title sequence. Heck yeah. And in one episode, inadvertently assisting in the arrest of a notorious criminal. Oh, that's the opposite of doing crime.
Oh.
She helped arrest somebody. Well, dang it. Okay.
Were you searching for the connection?
I was trying to find, like, the family is too wholesome. Maybe a little bit sexist, but still.
Maybe that's a cover story for our good friend
Arnold Sailor. Yeah.
Arnold Sailor, exactly. Forgot the name there for a sec.
See, the Jetsons were morally upstanding folk, see? And because of that, you should probably give me money, see?
Exactly. Easy. Very easy to understand. Well, I'm very happy to see that I think just about everyone's figured out the remote at this point, grabbing the remote from Rosie and using it. Makes for a much more even match.
Yeah. Okay. So let me see. I think that George does go to jail at one point. Yeah, in one of the films. George was in jail. Mr. Spacely walked to the jail and fired him there.
What, fired him in jail?
Yeah. Can you imagine your boss coming down to the jailhouse and be like, "Hey, you're fired"?
He doesn't seem like a very nice person, this Spacely fella.
Well, I mean, he was all about that money.
He certainly was. That much I do remember from the limited amount of Jetsons that I've seen.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, what happened here? Apparently that was in the Jetsons and WWE Robo WrestleMania. This is not real. This can't be real. Where he was the one who discovers WWE superstar Big Show, who was encased on ice during his happy business trip, secretly let him stay at their home until Elroy takes him to the school for show and tell. He took a wrestler to school for show and tell. Wow, Elroy, you are the dumbest kid.
Really?
Okay.
I think most of the kids would probably be interested in that, though.
After Big Show takes over Orbit City by controlling the robots handed by Mr. McMoon, George and his family are forced to escape from the robots and travels 100 years into the past, where he meets fellow WWE superstars Sheamus, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Alicia Fox by distracting their in-ring match until he meets Vince McMahon, the chairman and CEO of WWE, after he accidentally pinned Seth and called himself the Future Guy. George soon explains everything to them about Big Show's conquest as world heavyweight champion and his reasons of taking over the city, which they decide to join them in their future world when they arrive back at Orbit City. It was taken over by Big Show. He wants to capture them, and then George sacrificed his family and the superstars to make breaking news at the network by being taken to jail.
Wait,
but why did he just say, I go jail? I go jail now.
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah,
sacrifice
maybe
his
he
family?
literally sacrificed his family. He bought an altar, okay? You see?
I guess that could be it, yeah.
Apparently, while in the jail, George managed to lift the bars. I think he probably bent the bars, maybe because of the strength he gained from his wrestling career, and they escaped. Okay, so anyways, he later rescues Sheamus from falling off the edge, in his battle with Big Show, which results with him being defeated. Afterwards, Big Show apologizes to everybody about his actions before Vince McMahon says goodbye to them as they return back to their own time. George eventually gets a promotion from Mr. Spacely.
I wonder how long that lasts, though.
Honestly, I'm not sure if I like the alternate universe or the real universe in this story better. I don't think I like either of those.
Yeah, I wanna... Whoa, wait. This came out in 2017? Like 4 years ago? This movie?
Well, that's dumb. Who would watch it?
That's very interesting.
Have any of you watched it?
What's the demand for Jetson movies right now?
I'm sorry, I spoiled the entire movie for people. I'm so sorry.
Let's see, Tea Party making it to the platform. Let's see if they can make some progress here. I don't think they made it past the platform yet.
Oh, I mean, with this... No! The elevator gotcha!
Unfortunate. White Panther also about to make a new attempt at progress here. Oh no. Yeah, it's hard to describe how sluggish these controls are. Oh, nope. That's one more life. Nope, no more lives. Unfortunate.
So is there an advantage to playing Elroy rather than George?
Oh yeah, I haven't talked about that, have I? Not to my knowledge. I've tried them both, but I think it's the same. Like in the Flintstones game, it's just another character to play as.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's fair. I do like when games give a little bit of a difference between the characters, you know, to give them a bit of flavor. But whatever, I don't think I can expect too much from this company, you know?
Yeah, it's a nice little thing to have added, to be able to choose.
You know,
and you can play like two players, so to speak, like hot seat or whatever, like local. So one will be playing George and one Elroy. Can you imagine playing this with Justin, maybe?
Nope. Well, yeah, he would get bored really quickly.
Well, that's hard to blame someone for that.
Oh.
In this particular case.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, this game isn't too inspirational. By the way, everybody, easiest way to track progress through the level is with the bar at the bottom of the screen. The blue bar is progress. It's blue-green, right? I have a little bit of a hard time seeing exactly where the blue stops and the green begins. But I'm also colorblind.
Oh, yeah, I'd say blue-gray rather. But, yeah.
Blue-gray? Oh, yeah, that is
like
gray.
A darkish gray.
I had to lean in. I had to lean in close to the computer to see gray. That's the thing. A lot of people think that you just don't see specific colors when you're colorblind, but oftentimes it's just makes it a little bit harder to see colors, especially when they are thin lines or small objects. You just can't see the colors nearly as well. And so for that, like, honestly, it could be green or gray very easily to me.
I'm curious, has that like impacted you any, like when playing video games, especially these older games?
Not too much. It's impacted me. I remember in high school playing some game where it was fast-paced action, and there were some, like, you had to match cards, and like the cards had different shapes and different colors, and sometimes the shapes had really thin lines on them, and because of that, yeah, I've struggled to play that specific game because of my color blindness. In general, though, most games don't make it too important to, like, to me, you know. Usually I'm able to distinguish enough, although, oh my gosh, orange and red is often the biggest crime when it comes to video games for me. I just have, because sometimes it'll have bad guys with slightly red and good guys with slightly orange, and that's just not enough of a difference for me to be able to tell. HUDs are, or no, mini-maps are especially criminals when it comes to that, because the objects are so small, it accentuates sort of the difficulty seen between the colors, you know.
That's one like nice thing with these newer games, that there are often options to distinguish things.
You know what?
Easier.
Final Fantasy 14. I have such a hard time finding the stupid blue dot of the party member on the map. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's otherwise pretty good in that aspect that you can change like party members' colors and whatnot. But I can see that you probably can't do that on the minimap.
Yeah, like I can see blue, but when it's a small dot, it's much harder for me to distinguish between colors, and that dot is rough. Am I helped by colorblind modes? Ask chat. I've never found a colorblind mode that... Wait. Actually, I think the one on... What's it called? Cyberpunk 2077. That actually helped. Surprise, they did something good.
Yeah, that's fair. White Panther, back to the platform. Let's see. Can he make some progress here?
Like, that's the most notable colorblind mode that has helped me personally. Otherwise, a lot of the times what they do is just eliminate colors. I'm like, I don't want you to eliminate colors, okay? I want to just be able to see the colors that you're using better.
Yeah, I can imagine that there's an art to actually doing it well and not just like phoning it in with colorblind options.
Yeah.
And
It's
there are like
weird that sometimes
different
they just
types
don't
as well, so-
understand. That sometimes they don't understand. No, what you need, choose stuff that has a vastly different brightness or contrast or something. Brightness especially is a good way to help distinguish. Don't when you're doing a colorblind mode, don't remove colors so that it looks like a colorblind mode to you. In fact, it should probably have brighter, more vivid colors and very different colors,
Right. Not Electa at the platform. Let's see here. Almost a touch too late with jump there. Too late again.
Not Electa! Oh my gosh, don't die. Oh, oof. So close.
Yeah.
I love how deadly this...
Oh no!
Oh, his ankles exploded. Watch out for those.
Okay, Tea Party at the same platform right here. The big wall of this match thus far, certainly. Oh, nice!
What? Tea Party Cthulhu on the elevator. Can they get off? They got off!
Here could be a lead change,
There
possibly, if they deal with this. Oh,
no, the wrench! Oh, no. That is a game over.
I think that has to be third place, I think, because Flynn has made it to the exact same spot and died at the exact same spot. But that was a while ago, so... But very nice. Well, we've still got like 9 minutes to go. There's still time to do some progress.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. With this game here... Oh, somebody pointed out the Witness had puzzles based on color changing and filters. I can see that being a huge problem for people. It honestly wasn't that big of a problem for me, just because I don't have severe color blindness. For my type, it was definitely a doable puzzle. But yeah, that would be very difficult / possibly impossible for people who are colorblind. But if they could manage to do it in a way that's like that also deals with brightness or certain patterns, then that could work. Simply put, an easy way to deal with color blindness, if you are having a hard time distinguishing or getting a color that feels right for you, put a pattern over it, okay? Like like if you have dots over fire, and then like zagged lines over lightning, that's enough, even if it's just a slightly shaded variant there, a pattern is enough to help people see the difference between them. Pro suggestion right there for helping with color blindness. Have more than just the color as a distinguishing factor.
Yeah, that makes sense. Tea Party Cthulhu back.
Yep.
To the same spot. Let's see. They had a pretty good strategy going on here, so let's see if they can do it again. Oh!
Nope.
Rude.
I mean, that was the same strategy, just bad timing right there.
Yeah, did not work this time. It's tough. Like, as I said it multiple times now, but the jumps are so slow, you have to do them so far ahead. Oh, very nice, very nice. Here we go.
This game is
another
so janky. White Panther is at the elevator as well. It's this dank elevator that's destroying people.
Oh, very nice by Tea Party. I think this could be a lead change.
This could be. Oh my gosh.
So, if they just jump from here, that would be a lead change.
Oh, Justin, this was the game made by Hot Dog Scam Guy.
We have a lead change. 6 minutes from the end. Very nice.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, but the robot. This game doesn't have hot dogs, Justin. No. It's got the Jetsons. It's got like oil cans. Well, no, it was a hot dog scam guy who did this. He wasn't into hot dogs at this point. Okay. He just wiggled his eyebrows at me.
That's a fair response, I think. I'm very impressed by Tea Party Cthulhu having the mental fortitude to play this game for now nearly an hour and still be able to put out a very solid progress attempt.
I agree. Yeah. Tea Party Cthulhu, by the way, has always been a strong player around here. I'm not too surprised that they would be having a comeback at this point, but still, I can see just getting so frustrated with how BS this game is because, you know, it just is. It's easy for people to see even this game is not responsive. The platforming is not good. It's more an approximate platformer than a precision platformer. But you still have to be very careful in certain places, and the game just doesn't let you be careful. To manage to deal with all of that crap and make progress is pretty impressive.
Talfon says, second place will be tough to determine now. I actually think it's not that tough at the moment, at least. I think we have our leader right now, Tea Party Cthulhu, and I think White Panther made it past the bump that Flynn has so far not been able to make past. I think. I could be wrong, but that's as far as I know to this point.
Well, yeah, it won't be too hard to gauge because we've got the bars at the bottom. And considering that it is horizontal progress, very straightforward compared to some of the other games we have on Kuso6rande.
Oh, yeah. Indeed.
Yeah. This robot, it's so loud and annoying. I hate robots now. That's it. I'm never going to look another robot in the eyes again. Because that is... Well, maybe a little bit. The cute ones.
Also, another thing I have not mentioned yet, I don't think, but seemingly I think most competitors have figured it out by this point. You can use the remote that you get from Rosie to stun the robot at the end. But the issue with that being, you can stun him, but you will only have him stunned for maybe 2 or 3 seconds. So you have to be really quick to actually make any use of it. It could just as easily be a trap, like you stun him and you start walking and he reactivates again.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, if you stun the robot twice, it stays stunned. Oh, I did not know that. Yeah, that's nice. That's very nice. Exactly. You have limited ammo.
Flyers robots.
In the faraway future of 2040? I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah, this is why you do not connect everything to Wi-Fi, okay? This is what happens. Like, why do you need a refrigerator connecting to Wi-Fi? I don't. Oh my gosh, not elect trying pause strats in order to keep from falling. I like it. Gotta innovate.
You know, exactly. Do what you can. I think that's... We've got 1 minute and like 20 seconds left.
Yeah, we're so close to the end.
So it's up to not Electa here. Not at all impossible to actually...
I hate that jump. Like, seriously, it's just... I won't even say luck because it's not luck. It's just that the timing is so unbelievably dumb. Not Electa's on the elevator because it
but
stopped. Will it move?
Yeah, I think it starts moving. Like it takes a couple of seconds.
Come
but
on.
We've only
Come
got
on.
like
Oh,
a
there it
minute
goes.
left.
There it goes.
Oh, there we go.
Not Electa is over. Okay. Let's see if they can push and make more progress here because the final 40 seconds of the match. Oh, the wrench. Oh, the wrench, unfortunately.
No.
But there's one life left.
And they start from up there.
And it's a decent checkpoint here. Thank goodness.
Jeez. This is so exciting.
Okay, not
you can't
Electa.
wait for
20
too long
seconds.
now.
You've got 20 seconds. You have to.
Yeah, you can't wait.
You gotta go, okay? Can't paint
Come
the
on.
wall, George
Come on.
Jetson. Come on. Yes, they're both dead. But is this gonna be enough? This is so dumb how close this is.
Oh, wow, that's...
No, don't talk to Rosie. Go to the right.
Whoa. I think that's second place.
That might be second place.
I think that's second place in like the very, very last seconds of the match. Wow.
That is ridiculous. Oh, the poor kitty. The poor kitty. Yeah, that's why you go under the bars, okay? Do not do what the kitty did. Go under the bars. It's easier. Nice gumption, though. Holy crap. How is this weekend just full of hot matches? This is so ridiculous. But you know what? Tea Party Cthulhu takes the victory today.
Yeah, I think so. I'm fairly certain that Cthulhu made it the furthest. They jumped over the last hole before being tackled by the robot on the second stage there. I think that's the victory for Tea Party, and I think Not Electa manages to take the second spot there at the very last couple of seconds.
Yeah, Tea Party
We'll
Cthulhu
have-
definitely made the jump over the pit there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm letting Tea Party Cthulhu come and chat with us. By the way, while we are pretty sure the places here, if on review the places change, we're not basing it off of what the commentators, i.e. Brosentians and Zaving Close, say right now. You know, we'll go ahead and let the ref do work.
Yeah, especially in cases like this. This is incredibly close.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that was so much fun. Not Electa, by the way, moved into second place right at the end, and if they wouldn't have talked to Rosie, might have actually passed you, Tea Party Cthulhu. That was intense.
Yet another Kuso6 match where I scrape by by the skin of my teeth.
How does this keep happening?
I don't know, this is just me.
So yeah, go ahead, give me a rundown of this game and your thoughts on it. How was it? How are you?
It was honestly kind of fun, actually. Like, as soon as I found Rosie's control rod, it was fun.
Okay.
Before that, it was painful.
Yeah.
Once you found the
I
control,
saw
Figured out the RNG on the robot, though.
I saw you typing in chat that it took you 40 minutes to get
Yeah.
the control road.
I was wondering why Rosie was popping up.
she's your friend. That's why.
I decided not to tell you guys about it. It's in like the instructions that you can take it from her and actually use it, the remote. So I left that for you all to figure out, and you did so.
Yeah, I couldn't even see her holding anything. Like, I thought it was maybe like, because it was usually one of the first enemies of the level. I thought it was like, oh, we'll give you a freebie for the first one or whatever. Like, I've never known a DOS game that's that nice.
Yeah, I don't know. There are a few out there. Maybe he was nice because he knew he was going to prison. You know, the president of this company. Did you know that
to work out, really?
Did you know this was associated with crimes? This game?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it was part of a pyramid scheme.
Oh, well, that just makes it even better. That's what every DOS game should be.
I know, right? Maybe every DOS game is a pyramid scheme.
Sorry, Ultima Underworld. You might have just gotten dethroned as my favorite DOS game.
I hope not. Please don't say those things.
No, Ultima Underworld's too good. But
What
yeah,
was
this game was surprisingly fun.
Surprisingly fun.
You
Was
think
there
so?
anything particularly difficult or frustrating about it?
Well, I did clip out of bounds one time, which made me mad. But other than that, not really. Well, trying to jump on the platform was a little weird.
That stupid
yeah,
platform.
that's
yeah.
The platform was the big wall for basically all of you. The one deciding a lot of the progress being made.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
you
once I
have
figured
to go
out
on it.
like which of the little flappy bird things just flew past you and which ones didn't, it got a lot easier to conserve control rod uses.
the
Yeah.
Flappy Bird stuff. Yeah, I like it.
I'm very. I said it. I said as much during the actual match, but I'm very impressed that you managed to make a very solid push. Like I think in the past 10 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was towards the end. Yeah.
Yeah, very much towards the end. That's impressive with a game like this. I feel like a very mentally draining game. So kudos to you. Very, very nice.
Great
very
job.
After Giant Troop Attorney, nothing's mentally draining to me anymore. And RNG manipulation doesn't scare me.
Good.
Sorry,
good.
withheld.
Oh no, poor withheld. I assume there's a
th-
story
yeah, so
behind that.
Yes, the story was Withheld and I played a Neo Geo Pocket Color casino game in Giant Troopa, and Withheld figured out how to RNG manipulate the game in 5 minutes, and beat the goal in 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I might have to find a clip of that sometime just to see it. That would be hilarious. Well, I think that's all that we have time for today. Tea Party Cthulhu, do you have anything that you need to plug?
Well, one, I'm gonna say I'm glad that this is potentially not the 4th Kuso6rande in a row where I won't make it out of groups.
Yeah, you're actually looking fairly good. I mean, taking first this match is pretty good. You still got to do good enough on your final one, though. I think first or second is what you're looking for there. So
Yeah, this is the first time I've even had that opportunity.
hey,
Very
After
nice.
4 Kuso6randes.
I've never gotten out of group stages, but I only did it once.
And then I guess for more traditional plug stuff, because I'm sure people will be interested in this in here. I'm running a project on my own channel called the Speedrun Every System Project, where I roll a completely
yeah.
random system out of like 150, pick a game on it and speedrun it. For instance, right now, I just rolled the N64 and I'm playing Hybrid Heaven. And
Ooh.
to replace everybody's favorite system, the Sinclair Quantum Leap, I rolled the Excelvision EXL 100, which is the 3rd French PC that I've had in this project so far. So they're all winners.
Oh, that sounds beautiful. Well, thank you, Tea Party Cthulhu. That sounds like a really fun project. I'm glad that you're here. You've played a lot before, and just good luck on actually making it out of the group stage. Okay, there's hope.
Yeah, thank you.
There's
It's
hope
been
on
a
the
great time.
horizon. Well, sweet. Yeah, thank you, Tea Party Cthulhu. Thank you, Zivane Close. I will see both of you next time. Take care.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
See ya.
See ya, TPC.
Bye.
Well, everybody, just so you know, based off of that match, Tea Party Cthulhu was on the left side. Thus, the left side took the victory. That's important for channel points because people are betting those during the matches. It's a lot of fun to see who manages to take the victory. Up next, though, we've got another 3 games being played today. Blind matches. People do not know these games. It's always a fun time. See you after a 1-minute ad. Oh my gosh, this is the same ad from yesterday. They give bits. They're not a whole lot of bits, but they give a few bits, so it helps. music. I think after Kuso6rande, I need the wellness retweet. Not retweet. Retreat. Whatever the crap that is.